We're the Wild Center, this is Lunchtime Live. We're talking about nature and exciting wildlife. Encounters with otters and owls too. From Tupper Lake right to you. Learn about the plants and trees. There's so much to explore and see. Lunchtime Live, it's time to start the show. From the Wild Center, here we go.
Hi folks, Curator Leah Valerio at the Wild Center bringing you a Get Outside moment. I am here at the beautiful Trombleys Landing, which is one of my favorite local hikes, not too far from the museum. It's very family friendly, it's relatively flat, and it's about, I think, maybe 3 miles round trip. It goes from Route 3 down to the Rocket River, which is what is behind me right now. So wherever you are, I recommend that you get outside and spend some time in nature. There are lots of scientific studies that show spending time in and around nature helps us a lot. It can lower your heart rate, it reduces cortisol levels, which is a hormone we produce associated with stress, and it can help with anxiety and depression. So get outside. It's beautiful here today in the Adirondacks, and the outside and nature doesn't always have to look like this. It can be the green space in your neighborhood. It can be the bird feeder right outside your window. So wherever you find nature, spend some time with it. And I'm just gonna give you a few tips if you are in a place that's wintry like this, some winter hiking tips. Some of my favorite tips are, number one, check the weather before you go. I know that it is 26 degrees and it's gonna get down into the teens tonight, and it's later in the day. The sun is sinking, so it's gonna get cold as I'm hiking. So I am wearing several layers. That way I can take layers off or put them on depending on how cold or hot I get. And I'm always wearing synthetic stuff. So I have a synthetic jacket with several layers, and I also have fleece on underneath. That way it doesn't hold the moisture like cotton does. So check the weather, wear appropriate clothing, bring water with you. Even if it's a short hike, being out in the winter like this, you can get really dehydrated. And then bring friends with you. Let's see if I can bring my friends over to see me. And I'll tell you how I get my friends ready. Come here, buddy. Well, maybe not. Okay, here's Merlin. He's one of my friends. Merlin is wearing a harness because I keep them on leash when I'm hiking. He also has really shaggy fur in between his toes. So I make sure that the fur between his toes is trimmed really short. Otherwise, he gets a lot of snow packed in there and little ice balls form, and it's hard for him to hike. If I'm going farther than what I am today, I also bring a little med kit, both for me and the dogs, because definitely I've had dogs injure their paw pads on ice and all kinds of stuff. So I bring gauze and things like that. Bring treats. So you can give your friends some treats, and you can probably hear that the dogs are wearing bells. There's a couple reasons for that. Lucy here, the yellow lab, if I do let her off leash, she likes to go traveling. And she doesn't always listen when I want her to come back. So having the bell on her helps me hear her. And then Cash, who's coming at us right now, the little guy, he's actually deaf. So if he steps into the woods and he can't hear me calling for him, I can still hear where he is. Yeah. What else, Merlin? What else can we tell them? Oh yeah. Check your local ordinances, because a lot of places you need to keep your pets on leash. And like I said, when I'm hiking, I almost always do keep them on leash. I let them off here because I can. There's no one else around, and I'm just letting them burn off a little steam before we hike back. But I actually have a leash that has 3 attachments to it. So believe it or not, I wear all 3 dogs, and I'm wearing a big ski joring harness that's really padded. So when I hook these leashes onto me, it's not hurting my back to do so. So I hope you enjoyed this get outside moment and you find the tips helpful, and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody. Hi folks. One more thing. I forgot the most important tip of all, and that is to let somebody know where you're going and when to expect you back. Accidents can happen even on the simplest of hikes, so it's really great to have somebody know where you are just in case something does happen. Okay, I just had to stop and add one thing. I did not want to go on this hike today. I procrastinated all day, which is why I'm out here at almost dusk. I was in my house in my pajamas and I was cozy, but I also felt gross from being in my pajamas and staring at my four walls for so long. But I have to say, 2 minutes into this hike, I feel 100% better, like so much better. So yeah, just wanted to stop and add that.